Good morning, children. So today we'll continue with our problems on energy. So I will work some 5 to 6 problems today and do one more small topic which is remaining in this chapter, that is conservation of energy. Okay, let's start with these two problems today. So the first problem, a boy weighing 25 kgf. So he has given it in kgf. So kgf means it is nothing but force. Climbs up from the first floor of height 3 meter above the ground to the third floor at a height 9 meter above the ground floor. What will be the increase in potential energy? Very simple. So what is the first weight of the boy is given? Weight is nothing but 25 kgf, but he has given g as 10 meter per second square. Our acceleration due to gravity is 10 Newton per second, 10 Newton per kg. So what I need to do, I need to convert this 25 kgf into Newton. So what I do, 25 into 10, so that is 250 Newton. So I have converted this kgf into Newton. So what is the first height he has given? First floor height of the first floor, it is 3 meters. So what I do, I will just apply it as mgh1, that is the potential energy, that is nothing but so here I have already done m into so m is nothing but 250 divided by 10 into g is 10 into 3. So why I have divided by 3 here, 10 here? So because I'll just show you here, weight is equal to mg, or m is equal to w by g. So what is w we have here? 250 Newton, that is force. So 250 divided by 10. So it will be left with 25 kg. So this is what I am doing here. So you will be getting 25 kg, that is nothing but 25 into 10 into 25 into 10, that is 250 into 3, that is 750 joule. So 750 joule is the height, is the potential energy at height 3 meter. Now let me go to the second one, that is 9 meter. H2 is equal to 9 meter. Now you have understood what I have done here. What I have done here, see, don't confuse the things here. What I have done here, I have converted kgf into Newton. First thing, I have converted kgf into Newton. How I have converted? I have multiplied it by 10. So what I got the weight of the boy. But for us, what we require? We require the mass of the boy. So what I have done? I have divided this 250 divided by 10 into 10 into 3, that is 750 joule. So let us go to the next one, that is H2 is equal to 9 meter. So what I do here, once again, so that is 250 divided by, once again I do 250 divided by 10 into G is nothing but 10 into 9. So 10 and 10 will get cancelled, that is 250 into 9 is 2250. So this is 2250 joule. So this is the final potential energy, or when it is in the third floor. So what is the question he is asking us? He is asking us what will be the increase in potential energy. So this potential energy, the PE2 or PE1 minus PE2 will give us the increase. So I will give you the problem here. So PE2, increase in potential energy. Increase in potential energy is equal to potential energy when it is at height 2 minus potential energy when it is at height 1. That is 2250 joules minus 750 joules. So it will be nothing but 1500 joules. So this is the increase in potential energy. Once again I will explain it here. So what I have done, please don't confuse. So I have taken this problem to make you understand, to convert the unit of kgf, that is kilogram force into Newton. So what I have done? First I have multiplied it by 10 to convert it into Newtons. So this is clear here. Next, what I want, I exactly want the mass. So to make you understand, I have shown you here how to convert it into mass. We have W is equal to mg or m is equal to W by V. So what I have done here, what we have here, weight we have. So that is 250 Newton. So I have divided it by 10 into g, that is 10 into 3. So what I got? 750,000. So the same way I have calculated the potential energy when it is at 9 meters. So what I have done? Once again 250 by 10 into 10 into 9. What I got? 2250 joules. So but we are calculating the increase in potential energy. Therefore PE2 minus PE1, that is potential energy at the third floor minus potential energy when it is in the first floor, that will give us 1500 joules. Okay, this is the first problem of today. So I go to the next one. So I am rubbing off all these things so that I can solve the second problem here. Okay, see the second problem here. A block weighing 100 newtons. So a block is weighing, this is of the weight 100 newtons, is pulled up a slope of length 5 meters. So this slope is 5 meters. Okay, by using a constant force, F is equal to 100 newtons. So this F is nothing but 100 newtons. Okay, as shown in figure. Calculate the work done by force F in pulling the block. B, increase in potential energy. C, account the difference between work done and potential energy. Now let us discuss a bit about the figure before going to the actual problem. Now here we have the distance 5 meters being pulled. The block is being pulled by a force F along 5 meters. The work done will be equal to the work done by the force. Work done by the force will be F into S. So what is F here? It is 100 newtons into what is the distance here given? 5 meters. So what it is? Work done is 500 joules. Okay, work done is 500 joules. So what is the next? So this is the first question. What is the first question is asked? Work done by force F in pulling the block. So what is the second question here? Increase in potential energy. So if we consider that the potential energy of this block on the ground is 0, then we should calculate the potential energy when it is at a height of 3 meters. So what is the force here? What is the weight of the block he has given? So weight of the block he has given it as 100 newtons. So what I do here, once again I will take the data here. Weight is equal to 100 newtons. Acceleration due to gravity is equal to, he has given 10 Newton per kg. So I want m here. Therefore we have weight is equal to mg, or m is equal to w by g, that is nothing but 100 Newton divided by 10, that is 10 kg. So that is the mass. So what is the now let us calculate the potential energy. The potential energy gained by the body is equal to, once again it is mgh, or what is the mass we got? 10 kg into 10 Newton per kg, that is acceleration due to gravity, into 3. So that is 300 joule. Now we have studied in work energy theorem, whatever work we do on a body will be stored as energy, or potential energy should be stored as potential energy in the body. But see the work done. The work done is 500 joules. Why? The energy gained by the body is 300 joules. Then what happened to the remaining 200 joules then? That energy is lost due to friction, due to the rubbing of these two surfaces. Okay. So we have discussed about the degraded energy yesterday. In our last session, we studied about the degraded. That 200 joule of energy is nothing but the degraded energy, or the energy lost due to the friction between these two surfaces. So these are the two problems. Once again I explain this problem before wiping it out. So what he has given? He has given that the block is weighing 100 newtons and it is pulled by a force of 100 newtons, okay, along a length of 5 meters. Okay, so what we need to calculate first? We need to calculate the work done by the force. Yes, that is the first question. What is the first question here? First question is work done by the force F. So that's what I have done here. Work done by the force is nothing but F into S. That is 100 into 5. That is 500 joules. So this is clear. So what is the second question? Increase in potential energy. So increase in potential energy is, so if you consider that the potential energy on the ground is 0, so we are raising the body to 3 meters. So what I have done here? I have once again I have calculated the weight into mass. So that is nothing but potential energy is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity into height of the body. So that we get it as 300 joules. So the last question is, we need to account the difference between the work done on the body and the potential energy. The energy, the whatever work you have done, some of it will be lost due to the friction. Some of the energy will be lost due to the friction between these two bodies in the form of heat. That is what we call it as degraded energy. So that is how we lose that 200 joules of energy. Okay, these are the two problems. Okay. See here, a cannonball of mass 500 grams is fired with a speed of 15 meters per second. Find its kinetic energy and its momentum. Very simple. So let us first take the given data. Mass of the bullet. Mass of cannonball is equal to 500 grams. So directly I am taking it as 0.5 kg. So I have converted grams into kilograms. So what is the speed? The speed is velocity v is equal to 15 meters per second. So what is the first question is asking? It is asking us to find out kinetic energy. Therefore kinetic energy, the formula we have for kinetic energy is half mv square. So mass he has given it as 0.5. So I am substituting it as 0.5 into what is the velocity he has given, what is the speed he has given, 15 square. So half into 0.5 into 625. So that we get some kinetic energy here. So we can just put these 6. So some answer you get here. So let us calculate, then find out the momentum here. Momentum is equal to, momentum P is equal to M is equal to mv, that is mass is 0.5 kg into what is the velocity we have? Velocity we have it as 15, that is 7.5 kg meter per second. So this you get it in joules. So whatever answer you are getting, I just see the answer and put it. So this you get it as 56.25 joules, and this you are getting it as 7.5 kg meter per second. Once again I will explain this for this problem. So cannonball is of 500 grams moving at 15 meters per second. He is asking us to find out kinetic energy and momentum. So I have taken the data of 500 grams, I converted into 0.5 kg, and velocity he has directly given it as 15 meters per second. So we have the formula kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So I have substituted everything here. I got the answer as 56.25 joule. Similarly, momentum in P is equal to mv. P is equal to mass into velocity. 0.5 is mass, 0.5 kg into 15, that we are getting as 7.5 kg per meter square. So we'll go to the next problem. A truck weighing 1000 kgf changes its speed from 36 km per hour to 72 km per hour in 2 minutes. Calculate the work done by the engine and its power. G need to take it as 10 meter per second square. So what is the weight of the truck. First he has given weight. Weight is 1000 kgf. So he has given G is as 10 meter per second square. So what I do? I convert this kgf into Newton. Therefore it will be 10,000, or I will put it here 1000 into 10, that is 10,000 Newton. So this is the weight of the truck. Now it changes its speed. So velocity or speed, V1 initial velocity is nothing but 36 km per hour. So this 36 km per hour, I will be changing it into meter per second, that is 36 into, so directly we have conversion, this one, that is 5 by 18, so I get it as 10 meter per second. Similarly, the velocity, the second velocity what we have is 72 km per hour, that is 72 into 5 by 18, so that is nothing but 20 meters per second. So what is he asking here? Here he is asking us to calculate the work done. Okay, so we have already weight here, that is nothing but the force. So we need to calculate the distance here. To calculate the distance, let me use the formula v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So here what is v square here? 20 meter 20, that is 20 square, or what we want here? We want s here. So I will take out the formula for s here. So s is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a. Okay, so what is v square here? 20 square minus 10 square divided by 2 into 10, that is g here, we got it as 10 meter per second square. So it is nothing but 400 minus 100 divided by 20, that is 300 divided by 20. So this is 15 meters. So yes, we got it as 15 meters. So there is some matter here. We have calculated this. We have force here, that is nothing but 10,000 Newton. So what I need to calculate? I need to calculate the work done by the engine. Therefore work done by the engine is nothing but F into S. So what is F? I got 10,000 into 15. $1,50,000 joules. So this is the work done by the body. Now what is the next question he is asking? He is asking us to calculate the power developed by the engine. So I will do that section here, that is that problem here, that part here. Therefore power is equal to, we have work done divided by time taken. What is the work done? We have work done, we have it as 1,50,000 joules divided by, here he has given the time as 2 minutes. So where is the time he has given? So he has given the time as 2 minutes. That 2 minutes is nothing but, let me put it as 120 seconds. So that will get it as 1.25 into 10 to the power of 1.25 into 10 to the power of 3 watt. So 1.25 into 10 to the power of 3 watt will be the power. Once again I will explain here. So a truck is it is weighing 1000 kgf, changes its speed. So there is acceleration here, changing its speed from 36 km per hour to 72 km per hour in a time of 2 minutes he has given. Okay, he is asking us to calculate the work done by the engine and its power. He has given the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second. So what we need to do? We need to convert this weight that is kgf into Newton. That's what I have done. We have calculated into 10,000 Newton. So the initial speed is 36 km per hour. Final speed is 72 km per hour. So I have changed that. Into meter per second. So I got it as 1,50,000 joules. Then I used it for power. Power is equal to work done by time taken. That is 1,50,000 divided by 20. That is 1.25 into 10 to the power of 3 watts. Okay. See this problem here. How much energy is gained by a box of mass 20 kg when a man carrying a box waits for 5 minutes for the bus? B. Runs carrying the box with a speed of 3 meters per second to catch the bus. C. Raises the box by 0.5 meter in order to place inside the bus. Now he is asking us, he has given us 3 conditions here. He is asking us to calculate the energy gained by the box. So the energy gained by the box should be equal to the work done by the man. Whatever the work done will do on the box will be stored as energy. Now let me take the first question, first case here. What is the work done by the man? So he is stationary, he is at rest. Therefore work done will be equal to F into S. That is, S is nothing but here S is equal to 0. Therefore work done also will be 0. Therefore the energy gained by the box is also 0. So this is the first case. Now let us come to the second case. He runs carrying the box with a speed of 3 meters per second. So V he has given it as 3 meters per second. What is the mass he has given? Mass M is equal to 20 kg. M is equal to 20 kg. Therefore, use the formula for kinetic energy. What is the formula we have for kinetic energy? Half mv square. That is half into 20 into 3 square. So we will get it as half into 22. 2 times the 20. What is v square? What is the velocity? 3. That is 3 square. That is 10 into 9. That is 90 joule. So this is the energy gained by the box when the man carrying it runs with a speed of 3 meters per second. So here we have used the formula for kinetic energy. What is the third case? See the third case, raises the box by 0.5 meter in order to place it inside the bus. So he is raising. So what he has given here? He has given the height as 3 meter. So let me see, check what is the height here. Height he has given as 0.5 meter and G we have it as 10 meter per second square. And as usual mass we have 20 kg. Okay, 20 kg. So what is the potential energy gained by the body? Because he is raising the load. That is nothing but potential energy is equal to mgh, or m is equal to 20 kg. G is 10 and into 0.5. So 200 into 0.5 is 100 joule. So see the 3 cases here. In the first case, the energy gained by the box is 0 because the man carrying it is stationary or is standing. Therefore, the energy gained by the body will be, a box will be equal to 0. In the second case, he is carrying the box and running. Therefore, the kinetic energy gained by the body is half mv square, that is half into 20 into 3 square. So you get it as 90 joules here. So this is the energy gained by the box. In the third case, he is lifting the box to a certain height. The height he has given it as 0.5 meter. So we have taken G as 10 meters per second square. We have mass as 20 kg and potential energy is, the formula for potential energy is mgh. Therefore, totally if we calculate, we will get getting it as 100 joule. So these are the problems. So one more. Till here we have, till now we have finished solving the problems. Still there are many numericals which I will solve when I will come back to the classes here. So I have done a small mistake while calculating. So I took it 15 square as 625, but rather it is 125. So please do that correction when you are doing the problem. So 15 square is 225. So please do that little correction when you are solving the problems. So thank you one and all.